Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. This is episode 160 for the week of January 3rd, 2021. I'm Josh, aka JK Fire. And you already know, but this week I'm joined by, of course, the man in the Dr. Lupo t-shirt, Will, a.k.a. I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, welcome to the new year, and how are you doing on this Sunday afternoon?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Excited to get into the new year, and we got a show for you guys. So here we go. This might not be our longest show or our most content-filled show, but it's a show.
It's fun. So I was doing show notes this morning. Justin and Josh, yo, welcome to the live show. Still no new Halo. As Justin says, you are correct. Good sir, you are correct. There's still no new Halo, but there's still a new episode of the show, of course, because that's what we do here. When I was doing the show notes this morning, I was looking through all the things that I saved throughout the week, and I'm like, yeah, there's not a lot. But Will, I'm going to put you on the spot this week, okay?
Okay.
And I'm sorry I didn't mention this before, but the thought popped into the head a little bit earlier when I was doing the notes. Okay. And I didn't put it in the notes, but I just said, fuck it. We're gonna see how it goes. And I'm kind of taking a cue. I'm stealing Dust Storm's idea. Okay, so Dust, thank you for the idea. I mean, thank you for already doing it on your show. We're stealing your idea though. Okay. Where instead of just doing like your favorite Halo moment of 2020, okay, we're gonna reminisce a little bit about 2020. All right, Will.
My memory's horrible, so let's see how this goes.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna broaden it a little bit as well. So I want to do three here. 3 top 2020 moments. Okay, Halo. Competitive Halo, if you can remember something. I'm cheating for mine, by the way. I'm going to cheat for mine.
Oh, great.
And then for what it's worth, I'll go first if it makes it better for you. And then the third one is like favorite gaming moment of 2020. Okay. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. But Justin asks, did you guys ever imagine when you started this podcast, we'd still be waiting for Halo next fall, boys, next fall? You know, nope. No, I did not.
So,
I thought this fucker would be coming, a couple months ago? No?
We were supposed to get it, yeah.
Yeah, end of November?
November.
But COVID's a bitch, so what are you going to do? Josh says that he can answer 2 out of 3 of those, so he's excited. Well, I'm excited too, Josh, because it's going to be a good time. Like I said, it's just going to be So, Will, do you want to know what's coming up on this week's episode of the show?
Yeah, let's roll through that.
Well, speaking of rolling, we're going to roll into the new year with a casual episode of the show. We don't have a lot of to talk about, but we're just going to be hanging. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk about some stuff, and we're gonna spend some time to reminisce as well, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. So without further ado, let's get into the competitive news. The one and only news story that we have here is a thank you. This is by Blue Team Tournaments, and they state, for our first year, they had 10 tournaments ran, around $3,000 in prize money, and over 200 unique players participate in those tournaments. They say thank you all from the players, casters, admins, and producers that played in our tournaments and helped to make this possible. For now, we go on a short break to rest and enjoy some time off. Well, Blue Team, you guys are fantastic. We loved covering the tournaments that you guys had as well. Looking forward to ones in the future. And, Halo Infinite, it's right around the corner. And by that, I mean almost a year away. So, that's it for the competitive news. Your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by newcomer.com. Check out newcomer.com for all your Halo esports needs, but still no merch. You know, Will, new year, new merch. For us, speaking of which, go to hcsprotalk.com and click on the merch tab, and you have less than 1 month to buy this exclusive Champions merch that we have on there. Please go check that out if you haven't already. Like I said, till the end of the month. But you know who doesn't have merch yet? Noobcombo.com. You can still check out Noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. And speaking of which, we have some tournaments that are taking place today. Sunday, January 3rd. The two are GM Halo Tournaments, Halo 5 Ready or SWAT 2v2, and the Penn Halo, Halo 3 Jan Ball Tournament. This is a collaborative tournament, Will, between Penn Halo and Play Griffball. There you go. DJ Blue is going to be in there as well. And I think Dragonite might be in there as well. Just some good shit all around. So get fucking hyped. That's going on today. And make sure you tune into those tournaments that are taking place. Show your love and support. But Will, you know what else I have?
What do you got?
Literally nothing. There is no other, at least on noobcombo.com, there's no other tournament that is listed right now for next weekend.
Huh.
Nothing.
All right.
So, hey, maybe next week's episode will be even shorter. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen? But that's it for your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. And make sure to check out HCSProTalk.com to get your hands on some of this exclusive merch that we got going on. It's good shit. It's comfy. It's comfy. Comfy. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
In a shocker to everyone in the world, we actually do have something next.
I know.
So, speaking of which, what is that?
Roster Mania! All right. So we do have one piece of information in Roster Mania this week. It's been a few weeks, I think, since we've had something here.
Been a little
so
bit?
We'll start off. The one piece we have, whole ass team is looking for an org. This is by Rain over on Twitter. He states, as team manager, I will be supporting these HCS champions and longtime Halo dominants in their hunt for an org to represent. We are accepting offers from all orgs interested in supporting pro Halo players. Team includes commonly Alumni, Hunter JJX, and Straight Sick. So there you go.
And Will, just as a quick correction, yes, hi Taylor, hi.
Hello.
Jesus Christ. What's up? Will, that wasn't Rain. That was Ray.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah.
I put an N in there.
You did.
On accident.
It's okay.
Ray.
It's okay.
Ray.
Yes.
Thanks for the correction.
You're welcome. And Will, thank you for shouting out the whole ass team right there.
Yeah.
Great team name is all. I hope that, I mean, I know it won't happen, but if they ever, not saying that them being picked up by an org is never going to happen, because I hope that does happen. But what I don't think will happen is that once they get picked up by an org, if they're not able to keep their name.
Yeah.
I'd love them to just be called whole ass team forever. Like that'd be awesome.
That'd be good.
It would be. What do we got for the tournament and league recaps of the week, Will?
Yeah. We have Lux Squad Gaming Halo 5 FFA SWAT. And everyone in the top 6 got some money. So Nap Times taking 6th place, got $15. Throne taking 5th, $25. Drip Drip Double taking 4th, $30 to them. Suppressed took 3rd, $40. Gold Star BR taking home $50 in 2nd. And then NSG Serial taking home $90 in 1st place.
So many SWAT tournaments taking place.
They're always going off.
It's just one of the most active communities in like competitive Halo in general, which is just awesome to see.
All right, next tournament, 3 Betrayals, Halo 3 Christmas Showdown.
Showdown!
In 4th place was Rain, actual Rain.
Yes.
Not Ray.
Yes, correct.
Took home $25. In 3rd place was Fatal CH, taking home $50. 2nd was Tusk, taking home $100. And 1st place went to Flazin, taking home $225.
Very nice.
You know, I haven't heard that gamer tag before, so that's a first. Popping up on the Christmas Showdown.
I was gonna say it's been. I think we've said the name before, but potentially not in a top 4 capacity. There's been so many tournaments on the show, I just can't even fucking remember anymore. But like, yeah, if memory serves correct.
All right. And then last tournament of last week was GM Halo Tournament's Halo 5 FFA. And we'll just run through them all. Monstas took 6th. Piggy Saiyan took 5th. Fluriously took 4th. May took 3rd. Suppressed took 2nd and $30. And then Gold Star BR taking home 1st place and $70. So there you go.
Very nice.
And that's all the tournament league recaps.
Will, thank you very much for running through those. And without further ado, it's time for some regular news. If we had any, but we don't. So that's it for the regular news. And then it's time for COD and Other Games Watch, which we would have if there's anything to talk about, but there's not. So that does it for COD and Other Games Watch, which means it's time for, I'm going to skip a second. And we're going to go to what would be our topic of the show, Will.
Okay.
Which is us reminiscing about 2020. So again, I'm sorry that I put you on the spot.
It's fine.
All right. Would you like me to go first to kick us off here?
Sure.
All right. So again, I wanted chat. Feel free to chime in as well. I wanted favorite Halo moment of 2020. Yeah, and I'm putting everybody on the spot. Favorite Halo moment of 2020. Favorite competitive Halo moment of 2020, and then favorite gaming moment of 2020. Okay. So, we'll kick things off here. My favorite Halo specific moment of 2020 was what would have been the E3 Halo Infinite gameplay demo reveal, right?
Yep.
But not necessarily that. It was the short trailer before that. And I replied to Duststorm's tweet about this too for Podtacular. It's my same response. It's that it was the one where they're showing off like the building of the armor.
Yeah.
In like that space station. That was probably my favorite Halo moment of the year. I mean, we were sitting right next to each other in this very same room. Like, I was flipping out the whole time. And because at first I didn't think it was what it was. Like, at first I didn't think it was Halo. And then when they showed like the other pieces of armor, it's like, oh shit. And yeah, it was a great, like for such a shitty year, it was a great day. I mean, if we throw out all the negativity around the game, like after the gameplay demo had premiered and everyone diving deep into it and being assholes about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we throw all the negativity out, that was a phenomenal day to be a Halo fan. Like, we finally got to see the game being played, and that was the first time we ever had. And it was just, no amount of negativity could bring someone down that could bring us down that day. It was just phenomenal. My favorite competitive Halo moment, this is my cop-out answer. Okay, Will?
Okay.
My favorite competitive Halo moment of 2020 was us, you and I, finally getting the studio set up and recording our first live show and our first episode in this room. We had some trial and error with the foam that we were working out. Like, it was, I'm not kidding when I say this. Is like, it was basically as soon as we moved in here, Will and I were like, let's figure out exactly what we need and go.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for us to finally be recording like face to face again, and hopefully sooner rather than later. But that was definitely my favorite because we're mainly a competitive Halo show. That's my cop-out answer, that we finally got we got the studio set up completely. We got the live show started. It was one of our biggest things that we ever wanted to do. And now just onwards and upwards once this COVID situation gets figured out. And then favorite gaming moment of the year. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Will, do you have answers for any of them right now?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead. I'm going to think about my favorite gaming moment.
I was going to say, so I'm also stuck on the gaming moment. Feels like not a lot happened this year, thinking back on it.
Well, everything got like delayed or had a really shitty launch. all the Cyberpunk, but like,
Yes. So I'll start off with the Halo moment. I would agree that it is the demo or the playthrough that we first got when we were in the studio watching it up on the big screen.
yeah,
In there. It was an exciting time, and while they may have missed the mark on showing what they basically showed an unfinished product, and they didn't preface that at all.
yeah,
So while there was a lot of negativity around that, actually seeing it for the first time, like you said, that trailer beforehand was phenomenal.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably favorite Halo moment overall. And then competitive moment, I would say, is when you got to compete in the GT Halo tournament.
Why are we bringing up bad memories, Will? I did so fucking bad. I dragged the team down into the dirt in that one. We had sand for fuck's sake, and we still lost because of me.
Doesn't matter. I enjoyed watching you guys play so much. I was at home here watching you guys, rooting you on. It was just a fun competitive time.
It was fun. Shout out to Martin. Like,
yes.
Shout out to the GT Halo crew on that. That was just.
Can't forget the only Zoltan.
Oh, yeah.
Part of that crew as well.
Zoltan.
Zoltan.
Can't forget about him. No, seriously. Like, if there's one person, the Halo community has a ton, and I mean a ton of amazing people in it. A ton. And I could sit here and make a list and name all of them, but the one person I really want to give a huge shout out to is Martin of GT Halo, now Gamers Outreach, so on and so forth. The man is seriously one of the nicest people. Like, we've never met him face to face. We've never had that opportunity, but every time we've talked to him online, anytime he's in our DMs, anytime we're just chatting back and forth, anytime we just see him online in general, he's just one of the purest, nicest, most respectable, just incredible human beings. And now, especially with what he's doing with Gamers Outreach, man, he's given us more opportunities than I can remember for this year, especially. And so, Martin, thank you. You're incredible. And I hope GT Halo blows the fuck up in 2021, especially with Infinite coming out, and just continue doing the amazing work that you and the rest of the team do. And again, I'll just say it one more time. Thank you. Sorry, Will, I'll cut you the fuck off.
It's all good, man.
As I typically do.
But yeah, like I said, gaming moment, I'm not sure either. That's a tough one.
Man.
I feel like I was super excited for Cyberpunk. And even with the bugs, I still really enjoyed playing that game. The story's great. I would love it more if I could get better frames on the damn thing.
That's the thing, is that it's a fine video game, but in its current state, and even if it does get patched to shit and whatnot, I don't think it's going to win any awards or anything like that next year. Like, I just don't see it happening. Granted, I'm not as far along in the actual main story as you will. We know that. But like, when we talk about like The Witcher 3, and we talk about other high profile AAA RPGs, like action RPGs that are out there, that put an emphasis on story, you've told me that the story is great so far. Like, the main storyline in Cyberpunk is great so far. My problem is that there's so much, it feels more like that Assassin's Creed. And I like checking boxes. You know this about me, Will. I like checking boxes. But to me, those boxes are so insignificant in Cyberpunk right now. Like, so far, all those NCPD little side things, incredibly insignificant. I bet, now, I will say this. I bet if you take the time to read those data chips, you might get something more out of it. But it's
like Grimoire.
Right. But that's the thing. It's like you run into an area, a very small area, you kill 5 people, grab a data chip, done. On to the next one.
Sure.
So it's just,
So
go ahead.
I think for me, like the side missions and stuff feel very check the box. But like when I played, I did a lot of the main story just straight. I didn't go around at first doing all the little side stuff.
Right.
And I think that's where I enjoyed it more is like when I was doing story mission after story mission after story mission, like it felt good in that sequence.
Yes.
Like I didn't freaking care about all the side stuff until I wanted to level, until I wanted to get more cred and all that.
Right. And the story missions that I've played and the actual side jobs that I've played, not the gigs, like not the yellow, so there's gigs and there's side jobs.
Mm-hmm.
The side jobs are your actual traditional Witcher-esque side quests where they have a deeper meaning, they have a better story experience, things tie in a little bit more, they flesh things out further, they're longer. The gigs, on the other hand, are more along the line of the NCPD things where you go in, you'll have a little bit of dialogue, but you go in, kill people, get out. And like there's minor objectives, you might go save somebody, you might so on and so forth. But those actual side jobs that I've done, like with Pan Am and whatnot, like furthering along her storyline and stuff, those have been good. Mm-hmm. I'm just worried that there's not, and again, I'm not far in the game. I could be very well wrong. I'm just afraid there's not going to be enough of those.
Sure. Yeah. And yeah, I can say, I'll tell you, it doesn't ruin anything, but there's a point where on the main story missions, you get to a point where if you go further on the story mission, the game flat out tells you, hey, if you continue this story mission, you're going to be stuck in story missions for a while. Okay. And that's why like I'm doing a lot of the side gig stuff now.
Sure. So like a no turning back moment?
A little bit. Yep.
Okay. Got it.
So honestly, the fact that there is that no turn back point, and I'm like, I feel like I'm almost forced to get my upgrades and all that now. Cause like I'm almost like, I'm not scared, but I'm like, I want to be geared enough to go into whatever's going to happen.
Yeah. You want to make sure you see everything that you want to see too.
Yeah. And I'm sure like if it's probably a few story missions that string together and then you're back into the world and you can do whatever the hell you want. But
you never know if you're going into it blind.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I'm at with the game. But I don't know. It's been my favorite game release so far. Like with all the bugs and everything, I still enjoy the world it's set in, the idea of it. I just like besides, I don't know. I guess I don't. The way I'm trying to phrase it is without all the bugs and everything, I think it would be a great game without all the negativity. It'd be regarded a lot higher than it's going to be.
Yeah.
But it is what it is at this point. Other than like Cyberpunk coming out, gaming moment, I don't know. I didn't have anything that stood out to me.
I figured it out.
Okay.
I'm going to give 2. Because they're kind of neck and neck for me. One more of a social one more of a personal one. I say my 2 favorite gaming moments of the year were The Last of Us Part 2. Spoiler alert, which is my personal game of the year of last year. And then us playing For the King.
Oh, yeah.
Those are my 2 top moments. The Last of Us Part 2 on a much more personal level. And then For the King on a much more social level with the 3 of, especially with COVID and everything, the 3 of us able to get together almost every week. There are things that have gotten in the way, but almost every week, finding a game that the 3 of us are enjoying and progressing in every single week. And having the experiences that we have throughout that game so far, like the you doing massive amounts of damage, the Jordan dying constantly, like it's genuinely a fucking great time.
I love the fact that Jordan's chat has now labeled me a villain.
Really?
Yeah, because there's like those owl creatures or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I've killed a few like owls, and they're like, owls are endangered, and they have me as they're painting me as like this villain,
trying to make them go extinct.
Jordan even mentioned possibly bringing that character and me playing him into one of his D&D campaigns to be like a villain, which would be great. It would be hilarious. But yeah, that game has truly provided some joyful moments, and it's a game it's simple but difficult at the same time.
Yep.
You have the challenge, but it's easy. You know, we go here, we do this, we do that. It's but it provides its little hiccups and challenges that you have to navigate, and it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
I could agree that that's a top one for sure.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna catch up on chat real quick. So
yes,
Josh says, my favorite Halo moment of 2020 was being able to replay my favorite Halo games on PC with my best friend in the whole world. Being able to sit and call with him and see him experience the Halo series for the first time ever. That made MCC releasing on PC so much better for me, and now we're both planning on playing Halo Infinite co-op at launch, so I'm excited for 2021. My favorite gaming moment of 2020 is probably, honestly, just finally having a proper gaming PC thanks to my best friend in the whole world, Jason. Because of him giving me his old setup, I was able to experience so many games on my backlog finally. Got to play Arkham Knight and conclude one of my favorite trilogies ever. Got to play Silent Hill 2 and experience one of the best survival horror games ever. I got to play so many new games with my friend that I never could run on my laptop before. And of course, MCC releasing on PC was finally playable on this new setup for me, so I'd say 2020 was a great year of gaming for me. That's fucking awesome. And then Justin says, Halo moment, playing in playdates. I don't know, choose one. Or watching the campaign trailer with you guys and collectively losing our minds. Competitive moment, getting murked in that SWAT tourney Josh and I played in.
I forgot about that one.
Holy shit, me too. And then gaming moment, playing Fall Guys with two of my best IRL friends, and having a game all three of us can play together again. Lots of late night laughs together playing a stupid game. I was actually playing it until about 1 a.m. last night. So much fun. God, that's fucking awesome. That's so funny. I completely forgot we played that tournament too. Holy shit. Man. So see, the funny thing is that I know I put us all on the spot, but like thinking back on 2020 as a whole, you know, it's like it honestly felt like a blur. It's just
thinking
really
about
did.
it now.
Yeah. It's like, what even happened? Oh my God. What an insane.
I have to add one gaming moment for me too.
Please do, go for it.
Us playing freaking Burial Kart in the man cave upstairs, like minutes before pictures for my wedding.
That was awesome. That was fucking awesome.
Oh
yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Oh, I mean, if we're gonna do that, then I'm gonna give myself some props, and I'm gonna say for our little bachelor shindig that we did.
Oh yes.
And me winning Burial Kart. That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say Joey and I were both shocked. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was shocked.
Josh turned up, man.
I did. That was the second time I ever played it too. Second time. I'm a god. What can I say? No, I'm just kidding. So, I'll just say this. 2020, you can fuck right off, and because wow, what a year that was. And we are not I'm just gonna plainly say this. This isn't a political fucking thing. COVID's a real thing. It's a big fucking deal. Don't be stupid. It may be a new year, but you know, it's still going on. Yes, vaccines are going out, but it's still going on. Be safe, be smart. We're gonna get through it together. But again, be safe and be smart. Just don't be fucking stupid about it, please. And yeah. 2021, man. So I titled this episode, I think I titled it like Halo Infinite releases this year.
Yeah.
You know, because that's,
yeah.
Somebody, I forgot, I mean, a lot of people have, because it was like it was the thing, but on New Year's Day or whatever, on the 1st, people were tweeting out that Halo Infinite releases this year. And I looked at that, and I had a couple different emotions run through me. One was like kind of like that sigh of relief where, man, this game's actually releasing this year. And then I had that other emotion of, man, this game was supposed to release last year. So is it really releasing this year? We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm excited, man. It'll be 6 years. It'll be 6 years, Will. 6. 6 years. Never thought I'd wait this long. But hey, here we are. All right, that's it for the topic. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
It's time for Will's Adventures with an Over. Will, before you go.
Yep.
Okay. Before you say yours.
Uh-huh.
For those who are watching the video version of this show, things are going to look really weird to you for just a second, so bear with me. I want to grab... Justin, where did you post? Was it in the community playdates one?
What is happening?
So, I'm just going to copy paste this. Don't mind me. Everything's fine. See? Everything's back. We're good. Will, what'd you play this week? Or last week?
I know what you grabbed. I played Tarkov, played a lot of Tarkov. My inventory is full right now. And I've been, I honestly spent about a half hour selling and moving things around in my inventory before the show.
Jesus
just so I had
Christ.
fucking room. Me, Joey, and this guy Drew that Joey met playing Rogue Company that now plays Tarkov.
Okay.
We ran 3-man squads yesterday. Like most of the day, we started playing in the morning, took a little break, got some food, did some things, came back, played till 2 a.m. last night, or this morning, I should say. And yeah, inventory is completely full, and we're doing pretty well as a 3-man squad. So I think I only died like once or twice.
Okay.
And I don't know, when Joey and I play, we play like little bitches. We'll just say it. Like we hide, we don't like I don't feel confident enough taking fights. But when you're a 3-man squad, like you feel confident pushing people more than even just like a 2-man because you have the different angles, you can hold things.
Right.
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We were joking around a lot yesterday. There was one raid where we got all in the extract and, the timer's going down 10 seconds and I had a flashbang in my bag. So I threw it and right before I extracted and then they both yelled and were like, "Oh, that's a grenade." And I'm like, no, it's fine. And the flashbang goes off and blinds them. And they end up, it was great.
That's awesome.
I also took out a 3-man squad yesterday as well.
Oh shit.
So we spawned in, and for those who know Tarkov, the spawns can actually be pretty damn close. So we push up towards a road, and there's another team coming down the same road. Joey gets one tapped in the fucking head. He dies. Great, sucks. We're already down. And then Drew and I are taking shots at this other guy. I push up. Drew throws a nade at the guy, but it blows out my legs, which great.
Oh my god.
I end up like hiding in a bush. This dude is like, I think Drew's not dead yet, but this dude's like blind firing because he heard me in the bush, and I pop out, mow him down. He's got another 2 teammates at the car. So one guy at the car doesn't realize I'm still there, and I take him out, and the other guy pushed Drew. Those two get in a little battle around some like pieces of like, there's like I don't know if it was like a trash bin or something, but there's just crap in the road. And they're like rotating around each other fighting. I can't get a clear shot until I end up getting over there.
Yeah.
Drew dies. I take out the 3rd man of that squad, and I'm like, all right, I'm like beat up bad. I need to heal. And I go lay down in some tall grass thinking I'm safe. I start healing. All of a sudden I hear someone walking up. I get out of my inventory to get ready to fight. It's a dude, like no armor, just a pistol. And since I was already so weak from that fight, he one-tapped me with the pistol and I died.
Fuck.
So I was like super pissed. I'm like, that's fucking Tarkov. We get in this big fight with all 6 of us having gear, and the last guy with a freaking pistol walks up and wins the fight.
That
you know what I mean?
sucks,
Like,
man.
yeah, it did. But after that, I decided to wear all the best armor that I have and all the best gear and weapons. So I'm kind of what they call chatting out in Tarkov with those two, because I've taken a few shots to the vest and it hasn't done any damage to me because my armor's just that good.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
yeah, it feels good to be able to run around and be like, yeah, I'm a strong boy. What are you gonna do about it? You
I'm
know?
Rambo, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. So Tarkov's been fun. They want to play again later tonight, but we played so much yesterday. I don't know.
Sounds like
We'll
you're
see
playing
about
tonight.
Yeah, maybe. I can't do 2 a.m. again though.
I don't blame you. Neither can
Yeah.
I. You know.
And then did play some Madden 21.
Okay. You
I was
were-
suspecting. Huh?
You are on the Patriots still?
No. Nope.
Okay.
I was like I said, drafted to the Bucks, released, signed to
Oh,
the
that's
Texans.
right, the Bucks. Oh, the Texans now. Okay. Oh, that's
Yep.
right. The dream team, right?
Yeah, they're building the dream team.
Yeah.
And I played through that season, and
Okay.
like you are determined, like you're gonna win no matter what. Like you
Oh.
could fuck up the game completely, like, and you win. Like,
Okay.
because I only play my offensive series as my quarterback. There was a game where like I was just shit in the bed. Like I couldn't figure out.
And your defense was getting turnovers?
Yeah, I was trying to run the ball. I was throwing picks. It was bad, but my defense didn't like allow them to score at all. Like I turned
Wow.
the ball over on like the 30-yard line, and they didn't score. Like what? So
Wow.
yep. You only play like 5 games the whole season, as in like it simulates the other ones for you.
Okay.
In the face of the franchise mode, you end up making it to the playoffs. You only play 1 playoff game, which is like the divisional round. Like it simulates the rest, and then you get put in the Super Bowl, where I again pretty much shit the bed, and we won like 20-17 or something like that on a last second field goal. But yeah, I threw like
who was in the Super Bowl with you?
Who's in the Super Bowl? The 49ers.
Okay.
Texans 49ers. And yeah, I threw like 3 interceptions. Two TDs, 3 interceptions, and we still won the game by a freaking field goal.
Jesus.
So it's like your team will hold up for you to win the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
No matter what. And then now I'm into my 3rd pro year, and like you start off the year and the storyline is like, can you battle back from an injury? This happened and I'm like, okay, great. So now like maybe they're kicking you back down a bit.
Sure.
Because this is what I didn't understand. When I was on the Bucks, my overall rating was like a 76.
Okay.
When I got traded or signed with the Texans, like my overall like instantly jumped up to like 90. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
And yet you're still throwing picks.
yeah, exactly. So, Madden 21 story mode, interesting. Kind of feel it's rigged. It is what it is though.
But it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun
That's all
for
that
sure.
matters. It's fun.
Yeah, I had a day. So, Friday. Yeah, Friday I played Tarkov, and I lost almost all my gear. It was bad. And that's when I played Madden. I was like, okay, I'm pissed off at Tarkov. I'm just gonna go play Madden, chill, and relax. So
Yeah.
that's where that came in.
Hell yeah.
That's all I played. That's it.
Wow. Well, I played a few more.
Yeah, I see that.
So speaking of Cyberpunk earlier, and speaking of glitches and whatnot, this isn't isolated. A lot of people have had these types of issues, but so Johnny Silverhand, right? I was just doing side stuff again, like I typically do. And, there was a side gig where you have to go get a car that's in a minefield. And so I just with my cybernetic hacking, I just disarmed all the mines, grabbed the car, and I was dipping out of there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
While I was heading back to where to deliver the car to, I had entered this area and Johnny started talking. And I have subtitles on too, because I just want to hear if there's anything I miss. That line of dialogue that Johnny stated never went away. Like it just stayed on my screen forever. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I tried disabling subtitles, re-enabling subtitles, saving, reloading, quitting out, reopening. And eventually that line would just keep coming back and keep staying on my screen. Never went away. So I looked it up. And other people were like, yeah, I'm having issues with this specific line of dialogue or this specific line of dialogue, right? And it just keeps staying. Will, do you want to know how you get rid of that line of dialogue on your screen?
Reload the game?
Nope. You have to go back to that exact spot on the map where that line of dialogue happened.
And let it play through.
Yes. So, of course, I had basically forgotten where that was.
Oh, yeah.
But thank God for I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank God for the internet and Reddit, because since other people were having these same issues, somebody in the comments had the same line of dialogue I did stay on the screen. And there was a YouTube video that showed where it was during that side mission, obviously. So it was a video of that mission. And I went back to that spot, let it play through, and yeah, it went away for good. So just fucking weird. And then the other thing I hate, one of the things I really don't like about that game, this is just a thing that'll hopefully be patched. It should be patched. Is that the weird instances of like fall damage and explosion damage where like something will explode semi near you and you'll die immediately. Or if you go out into like the Badlands or whatever, the outskirts of the map, and like you have these little hillish areas, right? There are instances where like I'll just be running. I won't be on a vehicle, but I'll just be running. And it's a small slope. It's not drastically large. I'm not trying to paint I'm not trying to downplay this by any means. It's literally just a small slope. And it looks like you're able to run down it just fine. Sometimes the character will just slip and die immediately. Because it's like, oh, you like, fuck you. Like, okay. Or if you go over a rock or something, the character will slip and just die immediately. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So it's just little geometry issues that are happening in that game as well. It's not all the time, but when it does happen, it's like, shit. When was my last checkpoint? And yeah, it's just minor annoyances. I'm also playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Switch, which is, if you didn't guess it already, a Japanese role-playing game. But no, it's actually really good so far. So there's that. So we had Dom over last night, and we played Smash, we played Mario Kart, and then we played Clubhouse games and another bowling game on the Switch. Sephiroth is stupid in Smash. Like, just overpowered stupid in Smash. Dom is still amazing at Mario Kart. I mean, that's kind of a given, right?
Yep.
And then in the Clubhouse games, we played through a lot of them, but we were playing bowling. Turns out there is no 3 or 4 player option in bowling on the Clubhouse games. Yep, it's only 1 or 2, which is fucking stupid. So Dom quickly looked up what are like the best bowling games on Switch, and he found this one that has the weirdest control scheme of all time. It's a mixture of motion and physical controls and how you throw the bowling ball. And I don't even remember the name of the game, but it was cheap as shit and it plays like shit. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to add that in there. So do your due diligence if you're looking for a bowling game on the Switch that's not ass. And I just want to say that they should really just port over Wii Sports. Like, the fact that they haven't ported Wii Sports to the Switch is mind-boggling. They would make, I mean, technically that game was like one of the most sold games of all time because it was bundled with the Wii.
Yep.
Think about how many copies they'd sell if they just re-released it. Like, I can guarantee you that thing would sell a boatload. But what are you gonna do? Yeah. That's what I played. That's what I played. Well, shall we get into some shout outs? So I put in here, shout out to everyone who joined the community playdate. So we didn't have one, but Justin did play.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin, who did you play with? If you're still here, who did you play with? I forgot. I can just hold on. I don't even
Isn't
have
it
to
in
ask.
the text?
Yeah, but I didn't copy that portion of the text. Oh, wait. Yeah, he did. It's in there somewhere. Let's read through it. All right. So I wanted to read through his synopsis of the games that took place during the play date. Because he put this in Discord, and I'm like, this is too good not to include. So HCS Pro, put Pro Talk together, Justin, for fuck's sake. It's separate words. So HCS Pro Talk community playdate. Oh, it's Marmar. Thank you, Justin. All right, here we go. First game. So I believe Justin is alone right now. Yeah, so first game, Justin's alone. 50-49 on Citadel. Shitty map, but they won. I mean, he won. 6 snipe, my dude. That was his caption for that game. I don't know what snipe that was, but it was apparently really sick. Game 2 was Basilisk. Marmar joined in. It was a 3-2 flag win. Good game. Game 3 was Serpent. I don't even know what map that is. He says, crappy spawns. If you lose top control, it's hard as fuck to get back. Fall off the map constantly. Not great layout. Team Slayer lost 50 to something. Marlon had 19 kills. Justin had 17, but really 19 with 2 suicides.
Nice.
And he says, dislike this map overall. Game 4 was Mirage. 3-0 flag, 4v1. Great map, basically amplified on steroids. Amplified's a good map, so Justin will take your word for that. Game 5 was Gauntlet. Neutral bomb. 4v2. Easy win, good map, good weapons on map. Hammer, rockets with 4 shots. OS, ODST, SMG, which destroys, he says, and good symmetrical design. Game 6 was on Mirage, Team King. They lost. It was a close game. It's a fun game type on that map. Game 7 was CTF on Genesis. Decent map, 3-0 loss, just outmatched. Marmar and I couldn't coordinate pushes without teammates. Anytime we'd gain ground, we eventually got slayed, and our teammates were up to something somewhere else. It's unfortunate. Game 8, main stage, Team King. Fun map, good for King. Reminds me of Husky Raid, though. I don't like Husky Raid at all. And Game 9 was Neutral Bomb. They lost. And he states, we got taken to school. It's unfortunate. But Justin, thank you for that synopsis of the community playdate games. That was great. I thought that was funny as fuck that you included that in there. So I'm like, why? I can't not include that on the show. So Justin, thank you. So again, shout out to Justin and Marmar for playing the games that took place. And yeah, hopefully we should be back to a normal schedule on Tuesday for the community playdate. And then shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. We have Drew Dope Games with a follow.
Yo, Drew.
There you go. And then Dust with the 8-month resub as well. So thank you very much, Dust. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're doing well, and good luck to you, Podtacular, everything that's going on in 2021. Will, community creations, I have a few for you.
Yeah.
We have Halo memes every day. Reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Oh, Justin said it was that Forge map playlist. The community Forge map playlist. Got it. Oh, man, those were... Oh, when we played the other day, some of those maps were not good. Clips of the week, number 87 by High Tech Redneck. That should go live on Monday, which is tomorrow. Halo 4. Jesus Christ, not Halo 4. God, I can't get the best Halo game out of my mind right now. I just can't. How 4 Halo players cheated in a live tournament. This is by Paradise Halo. For those who don't know, I highly recommend you watch this video. This was back during the original Halo World Championship days, like 2016, I think. This was one of the best, just one of the best things that happened, because it was literally, they were some of the, they were some of the guys from like the community of Halo players that find hiding spots on maps, and they get ahead in a game and they just hide. Like that's their whole point, right? So this team, this is a synopsis of the video. Please go watch that video. It's incredible. But they literally had a team compete in the Halo World Championships. And it was on Coliseum. They did it on other maps too, but like the one that I specifically remember was Coliseum. They got underneath the map. And they got ahead and they just waited. They literally got in the map and behind them, like underneath the map, and just waited. And it's just, oh man, it was crazy. It was just great. Just great. Go watch that video, please. Paradise Halo, another group that do incredible content for this franchise. It's phenomenal. Go check that out. Then we have Halo Infinite artwork. This is by Logan Carroll. It's a fan-made piece. Go check that out. The Reddit link included in the show notes of the show. It's another great art piece. And then we have, I wanted to include this. I've had this for a while, but I wanted to include this in the show notes for those, since we know that Halo Infinite is coming out or should be coming out in the fall of 2021. So this year now, there are going to be those that want to take the time now to go for that 152 in Halo 5 that haven't done it yet, right? That may be a little bit closer now with having the year available to them than they were before. So this is from a long time ago, but Darkened Night created the Spartan rank experience chart and graph. Again, I included the Reddit post in the Google Doc, the show notes of the show. You can see a full breakdown of how much XP is needed for each level, or for each rank, I guess you could say, Spartan rank in Halo 5, up to 152. So if you just need a breakdown of what the XP levels are for each level, go ahead and check out that chart. It's included there. And yeah, therefore you always have a reference point as well. Will, that's all I got for the community creations of this episode. Therefore, please, without further ado, plug the show.
All right. I've done this 160 times. You guys know where to find us on all your favorite podcast services. Search for HCS Pro Talk. You can find us on Discord, our Xbox Club or Spartan Company. Search on Halo Waypoint. We're on the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're here live on Twitch. If you didn't know, now you know. Twitch.tv/HCS Pro Talk. We have our Esportspedia page. We have our website where you can find a link to our awesome merch that Josh showed off earlier in the show if you are interested in helping support the show, help us keep going, keep getting us awesome upgrades for the studio like you see Josh putting statues up everywhere.
Yeah, that's the Halo Infinite one from Best Buy, by the way.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
I had that in the living room, and I'm like, you know what? We'll switch out the helmet for it. Why not?
We talked a little bit about a 2020 favorite moments. Did want to thank our community. I did look at our statistics for last year, and we had a total, wait for it, 69 subscriptions to the Twitch page.
That's incredible.
In 2020. So
wait, Will.
Nice job, community.
Nice.
So there you go. I thought that was just perfect. That sums up 2020 right there.
Nice. I mean, 2020 was not very nice, but that number is nice.
That number.
That's funny. Wow. Oh man.
So there you go.
Going off of what Will was saying there, yes, thank you to everyone who takes the time to listen, to watch, to join in the playdates, the follows, the subs, those who leave a comment on the YouTube videos. It's just, you guys are all awesome. We wouldn't be here without you guys. And yes, while the show is rooted in competitive Halo, yes, we do broaden out and talk about other things too. Not just because there's not a lot to talk about in competitive Halo, but because we talk about other things that interest us as well. So like other games that we're playing, so on and so forth. But thank you for taking the time to listen to us ramble, rant. Yeah, it's great. Like I said, we may not have a lot to talk about week in, week out, but it's still one of the absolute highlights of my week. Talking to my best friend across, in a different city right now, but that's besides the point. Like, it's talking to you guys. It's great. I wouldn't trade it for the fucking world. So thanks, guys. And fuck you, Maddie. So, ladies and gentlemen.
So angry.
I'm just kidding. I love Maddie, and he knows that. He knows that. Hey, Maddie, also, if you listen to this, I'm just going to give you a heads up that I am so sorry. I haven't shipped out your Funko Pop yet. I will. I promise. Don't worry. I still have it. It's not, yeah, you're fine. It'll come to you. Don't worry. My plan is to ship it out this week, as a matter of fact. With the holidays and everything taking place, it's just a fucking shit show. So my plan is to ship it out to you. Please know that. I love you. I know you give you shit about merch all the time, but hey, it'll come when it comes, and when it does come, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I'm going to buy everything. I just want to, I'm going to give another shout out here. Shout out to Maddie and the launch of noobcombo.com. Maddie does incredible work for this community as well. That website's fantastic. And for those who listen to the show and don't know who Maddie is or what Noob Combo is, I don't know how the fuck you don't at this point with the amount of times I talk about it on the fucking show. But if you guys run a community tournament or anything like that, Noob Combo is like kind of like the hub for all that information to live. It's where we get upcoming tournaments. It's where tournament results are located as well if we don't talk about them on the show. He includes community stuff on there as well. It's a really great layout. And eventually he's going to have merch of some shape and kind. So make sure when that merch does drop, you show him that support, show him that love. Maddie deserves it tenfold. And yeah, shout out to you, Maddie. I know I give you shit all the time, but it's all in love. You know that. Yeah, fuck you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 160 of HCS Pro Talk. Will, we're 9 episodes away. We're 9 away.
Of course.
We're 9 away from the nice one. That's what I'm going to title that episode, The Nice One. That's it. That's what it's going to be called. And then nobody's going to understand it unless you do, in which case, awesome. Guys, we're going to have a short after show for you because, spoiler alert, I kind of ripped up the old jokes and puns from 2020, so sorry, Justin. But that's okay because we have our brand new uninspirational quote of the day calendar. So we have a few uninspirational quotes to get through in the after show. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. 2020 can go fuck itself. It's time for 2021. Halo Infinite hopefully releases this year. Will and I are hopefully going to record in the same place again this year. And we're going to have cool shit coming, so stay tuned. That's going to do it for us. We'll catch you next week. But until then, bye-bye! After show! Will, you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, they fucking... Every calendar I get, they're fucking cop-outs. They always put the weekend together into one day, you know? I mean, I guess if they didn't, this would be exponentially bigger, but hey, what are you going to do? Josh says, okay, I'm curious, guys. What are you curious about? What's going on? Oh, wait. Favorite movie and album of 2020? Will, do you got him? That's hard.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. The hell came out this year
That's the real question. Favorite movie? Wonder Woman 1984. Just kidding. That's a fucking joke. You know, for
Mandalorian season 2.
Oh, that was a great fucking season. Oh man. If you're including TV in that was so good. I would put Queen's Gambit in there. If we're including you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to put TV in there as well. My favorite TV series or like limited series was The Queen's Gambit. That was right there with Mandalorian season 2. Like, holy shit. And for all the hate that it gets, you know what, in some aspects, rightfully so, my favorite movie, because I finally got to fucking watch it after it released on Blu-ray, was Tenet. It's my favorite movie of the year. And I'm a Christopher Nolan fan, so I'm going to like it no matter what. But my biased opinion, my favorite movie of the year was Tenet. It's probably that. Favorite album? Ooh, boy.
I can tell you what I listen to most on Spotify.
That's what I'm going to bring up right now because I think my favorite, I have a split between two different albums, I think, for my top of the year.
My most listened to was Hamilton.
Really?
This year. Yep.
Wow. Oh, my favorite album of the year. That's a toughie. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. My favorite album of the year, it's a tie. They're technically both within the same genre, which is pop punk. If you don't know, that's what I love the most. But I would say my top two albums of the year are All Times Low's Wake Up Sunshine. Front to back, I think that album's fantastic. And then, like, it's a good summer album in a time where shit was terrible in this world. That album just brought happiness to me. And then on a polar opposite spectrum, in terms of like an angsty, kind of depressing, more hard-going album, I would say Boston Manor's Glue. That album's fan-fucking-tastic. Yeah. But I don't know if that released in 2020. Hold on.
Yeah, now that I think about it, didn't really watch a lot of movies in 2020.
It released in May. Okay, thank God. You didn't watch a lot of movies this year?
No, it was a lot of TV series.
You know, I agree because we didn't go to movies, you know?
Yeah, like that was, I just told Vicky yesterday, like, you know what I really want to do? I want to go sit in a movie theater.
Yeah,
eat some popcorn.
That's the thing is that I was really, I had to, well, I mean, it wasn't very hard to convince myself not to because of the pandemic, but one of the biggest things is that I love Christopher Nolan as a director, but I hate him for, I don't hate him. I resent him for basically demanding that people see that movie in theaters, especially with everything going on.
Yeah.
Because it's how he envisioned his film being seen, which is fine. He created the film. Like, I understand. It's nothing against that. It's just, I would have loved to be able to spend money to watch it on a streaming service early. And that's maybe just me. Who knows? But I was really looking forward to see that movie in a theater. I was really looking forward to it. And then the pandemic hit, and I'm like, fuck, I'm never going to be able to see this movie until it actually comes out because he won't put it on a streaming service ahead of time. And it is that feeling of sitting in there. I may not like people, but the fact, like, sitting in there, like you said, eating the popcorn, just having that experience again.
Yeah.
Man. And there's something just hits different with movie theater popcorn, man.
Yes, it does.
It's just incredible. But yeah, you're right. It was a lot of TV. It was definitely a lot of TV this year. A lot of series, I would say. And yeah, Mandalorian season 2 was fucking awesome. And Justin's a piece of shit because he did see Tenet in theaters. You motherfucker.
You know.
Because they had their shit under control. He says, gotta bounce, looking at couches. All right, you have a great rest of your weekend, Justin. Hope to see you on Tuesday. Hell, I hope to see myself there on Tuesday for the community play date. But Josh says, Birds of Prey was my 2020 movie of the year.
I did see that one in theater.
I bet I know why. Because of Harley Quinn. I bet that's why. Also, that movie was good though. I heard that movie was pretty good.
It was decent.
Yeah. Sweet. But yeah, dude, Hamilton was really good though. When it released on Disney Plus,
Oh yeah.
That's up there. Hamilton was really fucking good. I love plays in general, but like Broadway productions in general, but like being able to sit there in the comfort of my own home, watching that, production quality was fantastic. The performances were incredible. I understood why people loved it so much.
Yeah.
Because I never saw it live. So being able to finally watch it, I really understood why so many people loved it so much. It was captivating. It kept my interest the entire way through. Man, Hamilton was really good. Hamilton was really good. He says, you're right for the wrong reasons. I think the movie was funny and badass. I mean, hey, I don't blame you. Will, you said you saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
I got to watch that movie. Is that on HBO Max?
It might be. I don't remember.
It is? Okay, sweet. I should watch that. I mean, Margot Robbie's a great actress in general, not just a great Harley Quinn. She's also a great director. Sweet. Will, should we head out?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
All right. Oh, I got to give you your uninspirational quotes. For Friday, January 1st, it was, oh, good. Another year. I'm sure you'll get it right this time. And then, how topical this is. For the weekend, the 2nd and 3rd, the quote is and was, everyone you know has already broken their resolutions.
Sure.
It's kind of true, you know? It's funny.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the after show. We're going to go hang out. I'm going to go break down some cardboard in the garage because I have a shit ton of it piling up. And then I'm going to hang out. Oh, Will, I never told you. Fun fact. You want a little short story before we go?
Why not?
Let me tell you about a story about my Nintendo Switch. All right.
Okay.
Last week, because Sunday's the start of a new week. So last week, my daughter, who is almost 2 years old, okay, so I don't blame her for this. My Switch was sitting on the couch. This is partly my fault for keeping it there. And every now and then, she will take like pillows off the couch and throw them on the ground, or like her stuffed animals or whatever. Not all the time when she's angry, but like just every random time she'll do that. So she did that with one of her stuffed animals, and then she took it upon herself to grab my Nintendo Switch off the couch. And instead of throwing it on the carpeted ground, she turned around and threw it on the hardwood floor that is in the kitchen. My initial reaction was, fuck. And then, like, I'm not mad at her. It's my fault that it was sitting there. I just hope that it wasn't completely destroyed. And I have a case on it as well. So I go pick it up, and the screen's intact. Everything looks fine. I'm like, all right, sweet. Let's try out the Joy-Cons. Well, that's where things started going downhill. So these are my neon, like these are my red and blue Joy-Cons. And the left one just was not. The stick was broken. It just, Yep. Put it out to pasture, basically. And so that was part one. Part two was last night. I had the Switch in the dock behind the TV down here. It's a secondary dock, so it's not like the one with both sides, you know? Not the one that it comes with in the box.
Okay.
And I'd picked it up. There are no Joy-Cons on it because we're using it for multiplayer games. So I pick up the Switch from the dock, and it slips out of my hand. And I pick it up, and I look at it, and the screen has a crack in the bottom left corner.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, fuck. And Natana just joked about how we're not going to be buying another one if this one gets broken because of what I just did. Dom looks at it, and he's like, wait, don't you have a screen protector on it? And I'm like, I don't think I do. But then I started picking at the corner of the screen, and lo and behold, I had a tempered glass screen protector.
It was just the protector?
It was just the screen protector that broke.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, I know. So I got lucky twice. Because I have another set of Joy-Cons, obviously. So I got lucky twice. Be careful with your electronics, everybody. That's Switch is a little bit stronger than what I imagined, but hey, it's always, hey, when in doubt, always wear protection. There's your... Ladies and gentlemen, Josh says, as for the album of 2020, it's probably either Donald Glover Presents 3/15/20, which is March 15th, or KG by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Both were albums he had on repeat, basically. So that's good to hear, Josh. Glad you enjoyed those albums. 2 different genres completely. Good to see you diversify. I like that. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 160, our after show. We're going to be back next week to talk about some more weird shit. Who the hell knows? Maybe my Switch will actually die. You have to wait and see. But, guys, it's 2021. Let's all have a good new year. Be safe. Be smart. We'll catch you next week. But until then, again,